Well, good afternoon and welcome to students, parents, teachers, school committee members, legislators. I'm Chris Indorf. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction, and it is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to this celebration of scholarship and community partnership. On a personal note, it's been truly gratifying to be part of crafting this agreement with my Biddeford School Department colleagues and with Drs. Gray, Rippich, and Hay from the University of New England. You're not here to hear me today, though, so it is without further ado that I'd like to introduce and extend a warm welcome to the President of UNE, Dr. Danielle Rippich.
Thank you so much. And when I drove up and saw that wonderful UNE welcome sign, I got goosebumps, I have to tell you. This is a very special day in the life of the university, and the sun is shining on Biddeford and on UNE today. So I'm happy that you all came out to help us celebrate this. This is a new partnership in a way, but we have worked together closely over the years, and I see this as a way of really solidifying that partnership and giving us new opportunities to work more closely. We at UNE have grown over the recent past. We have over 10,000 students now, counting our residential and online students in all of our campuses. We really believe that we are a part of the communities where we reside, and no place is that more true than here in Biddeford, which is, we really see as our home and as the home of our institution. So we look forward to sharing lots of opportunities around our campuses, intercollegiate athletics, all kinds of ways that we see us being able to connect. Last week, I met your French teacher who was at a reception, and we were talking about a new relationship we formed with Sciences Po, a university just outside Paris, and next year we will have French exchange students on our campus. And so we're hoping that the students here at the high school and our French exchange students will have an opportunity to get together and have some activities and shared experiences. So I think all in all, this opens the door in many ways. We are really proud of our aspiring teachers at UNE and our education program, their internships, experiences. We really know how important those are, and we appreciate being able to participate in that. We're really proud of our neuroscience students who come into Biddeford High School often to teach students and young people about brain injury. I know they've come in Mayor Cassavant's classes for a number of years, and he's brought them in to talk about neuroscience, and we're really happy to have them serve. It gives them a great experience as well. And we love to have our local community come for basketball games, hockey, all those other events that build community for all of us. It's a pleasure to have a role in the educational, the cultural, and the athletic life of this area. And we really believe that part of our mission, we say we're a private university with a public mission, and that's really true. We want to enrich the lives of everyone in this area as we are a part of that. And I guess with that in mind, we thought it made a lot of sense to make UNE education as accessible as possible on a local level. So when Superintendent Ray came to meet with me and to talk about us looking at creative ways that we might partner, it seemed that it was one of those just the right people at the right time had come together. And I think in the life of UNE, we were at a point where we were ready to be open and looking at new opportunities, and I think the Biddeford school system was as well. So we are doing more than ever. We are doing what we can to make higher education affordable for students in Maine, and particularly in this community. And so this past May, we announced our lowest tuition increase in over a decade, a 2% compared to the national average for private schools. That's almost double that. And in addition, we offer scholarships to 98% of the students that attend UNE. We really do take student debt load seriously in making college accessible. So as we say to our students as they work hard to get into UNE, we want to work hard to try to help them after they're there. One way that we see this happening is by saving the cost of an extra semester. And some 92% of our students who stay for 8 consecutive semesters we know graduate. And graduation, as you know, tends to extend now. When some of us were in school, 4 years was typical. That's not the case anymore. So it's not only do we want to get them there at a low cost, but we want to move them out and get them graduated. We recognize that these efforts aren't enough, though, and it's a serious issue for young people. So we're constantly looking for innovative approaches to expand access and cost. This articulation agreement that's being signed today will represent a real quality effort in my view. It's one that we are very excited to launch. It will enable high-performing Biddeford High students who enroll at UNE to earn college transfer credits that potentially allow them to complete their bachelor's degree in 3 years, thus saving a year of tuition, time, and allow them to enter the workforce that much sooner. Satisfactory performance of no fewer than 13 different advanced placement exams that will qualify them for credit, we believe, will make this possible. We think this partnership will help Biddeford High School students, but we know how much it will help the University of New England. The students who have the opportunity at UNE for a world-class education in their home city at a reduced cost will benefit, but we will benefit in Maine by keeping those quality students close to home. We will gain the type of high-performing students that we love to see at our classrooms and in our labs. And I look forward to welcoming these hard-working young men and women to our campus as early, perhaps as next fall. And I really look forward to working with Superintendent Ray, Principal Soros, and their respective staffs to assure the success of the partnership in the years to come. And with this much goodwill and good intention, I feel very confident that we're launching today something that's going to help hundreds of students over the coming decades. Thank you so much, Superintendent Ray. Thank you.
Thank you, President Rippich. Good afternoon. My name is Jeremy Ray, and I've served as superintendent here since 2012. I'm thrilled to welcome you here and to share the news of this innovative collaboration with one of the nation's top universities. I wish to thank members of the public, school committee, media, and UNE who took time out of their busy schedules to be here. Many times in schools and in the media, we have headlines about budgets, school problems, quote, unquote, failing schools. But it's important to remember that every day we deliver a top quality education to 2,500 students here in Biddeford. Citizens, staff, students, we all should be very proud of that. For me, it's an honor to serve here in Biddeford as superintendent. I'm excited about the growth of our schools, and I'm very passionate about the positive change that great schools can have on the broader community. Just as the city of Biddeford is reinventing itself and is on the verge of becoming once more a great city where the river falls, so too are our schools. Our graduation rates are up. College retention is remarkably high for Biddeford students, and this year we will earn our full accreditation. At the same time, we serve one of the most diverse populations in the state of Maine. Our community has never been stronger. Our schools are the heart of the community. However, we cannot continue to grow without great partnerships like UNE. We're here today to announce a truly unique and collaborative post-secondary partnership with the university just down the road. Beginning this year, students at Biddeford High School will have the opportunity to engage in rigorous academic programs, and with the successful completion and following acceptance into UNE, they could enter as a sophomore. I've termed this the nor'easter pathway. And in most situations, you don't want to be in the path of a nor'easter. But this is one where you do. Students prove themselves to the university by enrolling in rigorous university-approved coursework. And they will be recognized for that with college credit. Our students have an opportunity to enter the university far ahead of their peers from across the country, from neighboring communities, and around the world, protecting financial aid packages and providing opportunity to explore minors or even double majors without the burden of additional semesters. The bottom line for Biddeford, we commit ourselves to offering the best local and nationally audited courses we can, and students who challenge themselves complete the equivalent of a freshman year at UNE. My warmest thanks and praise are offered to President Richard and Dean Hay for helping shepherd this agreement. Thank you. We could not have done this without you. I find myself very fortunate in the fact that I get to work with a great college president who has shown a tremendous amount of support to our local schools. It is obvious that we have a college president in our town who cares about local youth and local schools. Thank you very much. I'd like to welcome Jeremy Soroyce, principal of Biddeford High School.
I wish to echo the superintendent's sentiments and thank you for being here to witness the signing of this articulation agreement. This is truly a turning point in the modern history of our proud school. I've had the honor of serving as a BHS principal for a little less than 3 years, and I've borne witness to some truly magical events. Everything from state championships to a quiet yet steady turning of the cultural tide in our hallways. But this agreement has the potential to change our students' lives, and the university has recognized our community's high school as a partner worthy of trust and investment. Today's agreement joins a growing list of post-secondary articulation agreements, including our Business Academy's years-old partnership with Thomas College, and similar agreements with SMCC and St. Joseph's College. Today's announcement is perhaps the most sweeping in scope and significance. In the last few years, we have focused on remaking Biddeford High School into one of the best, most competitive public schools in southern Maine. We are thrilled to offer a rigorous sequence of courses that allows students to enter UNE with the functional equivalent of sophomore standing. It's a win-win. UNE enrolls top-notch students who have demonstrated the smarts and tenacity to complete college-level work, and our students earn college credit and have the potential to save money, declare a minor or second major, or both. I'm truly grateful to my alma mater for its commitment to being a truly innovative community partner. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to welcome the Mayor and School Committee Chair, Alan Cassivan.
Thank you very much. This is really exciting. It's a pleasure to be up here for something that's so transformational for the school department, for the students of Biddeford. And it's transformational on a number of levels. First, over the last few years, we hired a new superintendent, and Jeremy Ray has been everything that we hoped that he was going to be, but a lot more. I found that he's been very creative, very outgoing. He's changed the dynamic in terms of curriculum. He's been a huge asset to this community, and I want to thank him. I also want to thank Jeremy Soroyce, we added a few years ago also. He's brought renewed vigor to the school department and to the high school. And that's really, really important because as I look out at the audience, I see some of my former colleagues. And I've always respected them because Biddeford High School has always had a superb staff. And when you meld that with great leadership, then you know you're going to get good results. So from that point of view, it's really a pleasure to be chairman of the school board. I also want to commend President Rippich. We go back a few years, and she's correct. When I was teaching at Biddeford High School, psychology to be exact, I had one of her professors, Professor Bilski, come to my classroom on a regular basis, and he brought in some of his associate professors to also help out. And I remember thinking, man, this is a great partnership. This works so well. And I always hoped that we would be able to make it even better. And since she assumed the presidency, I have seen so many great changes at the University of New England. I mean, I have to commend you for all that you've done. UNE has become a jewel. It's been a steady progression. I've said this before when I was teaching. When I looked at where my students were going to college, most of them didn't go to UNE. When I looked last year, some of the top 10 kids were going to UNE. And the reason why they're going to UNE is because of professors like Ed Bilski, leadership from President Rippich, and because they know that they will get a great education. So standing here and be able to say, we've got a program now where our kids are going to benefit, it's really exciting to me because, you know, being mayor of the community, there's so many demands and so many needs in this city that we have to address. This afternoon, or this morning I should say, I was at a chamber function, and at the chamber function we were talking about the need for partnerships. Partnerships between the city government and business and education. Because in today's world, because of economic pressures and everything else, you have to have those bridges. And when you have an asset, like the University of New England, in our community, and you have a president and a faculty that are willing to reach out to our students, that is a huge gift that every single person in the city of Biddeford has. So I want to thank you. I want to thank the leadership of the Biddeford School Department. I want to thank everybody here because this really is an exciting time. And as I said at the very beginning, it's transformational. This means that our kids will have a huge first step in their college education, and they'll get a chance to taste what the demands are of those college courses. And I truly hope that because of this, there is a renewed interest in bonding the city with the university in terms of going to games and things of that nature. And one last thing as I look out, one of the best things you did was have Mark Mahoney work with the city of Biddeford. Mark has been a huge asset in building the bridge between the university and the city of Biddeford. I mean, he's in my office a couple of times a month. He was in my office just the other day, talking about things of trying to improve stuff. He's with City Theater. And that's what it takes. I want my kids, the Biddeford kids, at the University of New England participating in activities and college classes. I want your kids in the downtown, you know, going to our restaurants and things like that because I think that makes for a better Biddeford, that makes for a better university. Thank you.
That we actually have to sign something.
This is Team Biddeford. I love it. This is so good. All right. It's a historic moment. It is for us. It's a wonderful thing. No, I'm a little short.
Yes, we had this podium size for me, not Mr. Royce. But
this is great.